29 points, a personal best for him. But those are the standings after 9 events. Well, we've already seen the first of the heats in the 1500 meters, so we've had half the final event concluded. A few of those decathletes will be moving up the standings, not least of which was Modogo.
Yeah, so Ehama 7,315, Mac 7,014. As we look at the triple jump medalists, so Karidi of Greece, the headline with that national junior record of 14 meters right in the first round, and she held on really well and takes the gold medal. Yeah, so continuing what I was saying, Neugebauer just 7 points behind Mac in third place overall, and then Ruth on 6.994 and Desta 6.916. They are the top 5, and I can tell you that out of those 5 men, Ehama marginally has the best PB of 4:47.36. Mac 4:48.30, as we see his teammate Janssons and fellow compatriot Rolson, who's had a good second day. Likewise, Marcus Ruth, so he's in 4th overall, as identified by the bib. His 56.95 was the best of all the athletes here.
Yes, but Ruth's a very poor 1500 meter runner.
Yes, 4:59.81 his best, but Ehama so consistent throughout. That slight blip in the discus. Neugebauer took 285 points out of his lead. It was cut from 420 down to 96. As we could look at Kloot, who's slipped down the standings on day 2, unfortunately. Jan Baal, well, the discus throw, I think it was 25 meters in the end. That's what meant he's now down in 11th place, one of the main reasons for that. Neugebauer certainly hoped to challenge for that gold medal and is further back from where he wanted to be. But him and Diakite in the discus, 3 consecutive throws, all lifetime best through that competition. Desta, I think he had 3 consecutive best, 48.56 in the 400 meters, 14.21 in the hurdles, and 39 meters in the discus. Leon Mack, the Dutch under-20 combined events champion, 55.77 his PB in the javelin.
Well, it looks very much as though the gold medal, barring accidents, is going to go to Ihama, the Swiss multi-eventer, despite the fact that he's far from the best 1500 meter man. But it's still a battle for silver and bronze. You have to say that probably the advantage is with Mack. He's slightly a better 1500 meter man. He's 3 seconds better on paper than Neugebauer, and he's got that 7-point advantage, which is more or less 1 second on the track.
That's right, so Max PB 4:48.3 and Neugebauer 4:51.65. But always interesting to see who goes out there, runs their own race and takes to the front. Early on, that looks like Kloot of Germany, 9th overall in the standings coming in. And I can tell you, if they all ran their PBs in this 1500 meters, it would be Ehama 7.950, Mack 7.643, Neugebauer 7.616, and then Ruth, as you said, just inside 5 minutes that PB, not the best 1500 meters, 7.555, and Desta 7.547.
Well, it's interesting that Kloot's down in 6th place. He hasn't had the best of competitions, but he is about 10 seconds quicker than anybody else in this field. And he's already in front, and I'm just wondering whether some of the others, I mean, we're seeing Janssons and Ruth and Mack just using him more or less as a pacemaker, at least over these early laps, although I'm not too sure about how good a pacemaker he's going to be if he's just tearing away and putting 10 seconds between himself and, indeed, I think it's Janssons and Roosson, not Mack. Mack a bit further back at this stage. So plenty of life, plenty of bounce in the legs of Maximilian Kloot as he's looking at his watch. Slightly more leaden, the 2 men behind him. That's Janssons and Roosson.
So the tall figure of Neugebauer there in the background. Ihammer some, well, 30, 40 metres back from him, slightly more, but Kluth way out in front. There is Ruud, the Norwegian. So good distance back to Dario Desta of Italy, who came in 5th place overall. Then the two Dutchmen. And, well, you said they were using as a pacemaker, but that lead really extending to the length of your screen.
Well, just looking at him going through 700 metres in about 2:03. He's on course for about a 4:21, 4:22, which would shave 3 seconds off his personal best at the moment if he doesn't tire. And he doesn't look like he's doing that at the moment. So 500 metres to go for Maximilian Kluth, and he's a good 100 metres or more ahead of the rest of the field.
Yeah, indeed. And as we get a shot of those in behind, Desta now looking a little tired. 4:47, his lifetime best. One of the Dutchmen coming through on him. So coming through, 1 lap to go. Maximilian Kluth. This, I believe, the third group. Ruud and Janssen and Neugebauer in that. But the lead growing all the time back to Roelsen, who crosses the line now around 3:25 on the clock. So Mack certainly the favourite for that silver medal at this point, even though it is pretty close. There is Ihammer around 3:39. He comes through the bell. So I wonder how many places in the standings Maximilian Kluth might be able to climb. Here's Diakite, that fantastic discus throw over 50 metres. Coming home here though, Maximilian Kluth, just look at how far they're spread out now after 10 events in this decathlon. 4:21.17 for Kluth, fantastic effort. Here comes a Norwegian. He's going to absolutely smash his lifetime best coming down the home straight.
Diakite takes second in that race. Roelsen takes third, and that Norwegian's over in fourth. We're looking at the Norwegian rather than men who were just immediately behind Kluth.
There is Jan Bal, and we're waiting for Ihammer coming down the home straight now. The first Swiss European under-20 decathlon medalist. Jason Joseph, the only man to have ever won European under-20 gold for Switzerland, coming into this competition. 5 Swiss women have done it.
I can't tell you the points, but I can confirm that Simon Ihammer definitely gets the gold. Mack of the Netherlands the silver, and Neugebauer of Germany the bronze.
It's a new national junior record for Switzerland then. 7,851 points. He strolled through the final stages, 5 minutes and 4.25, but he won't care. Only the second European under-20 gold for a Swiss man at these championships. A lifetime best for Leon Mack, a fantastic second day for him. 7,700 points exactly after that 4:39. New lifetime best by 9 seconds. There he is lying exhausted on the ground, and Ruud comes through.
Ruud comes up to take the bronze medal, and my calculations were off. He's displaced Neugebauer.
So it's a personal best by 22 seconds. 4:37, 698 points compared to Neugebauer's 4:42, 662 points.
I called that wrong. I didn't realise that Ruud had just come up so quickly.
Well, no wonder the camera focused the attention on the fast finishing Norwegian there. Desta, also a national junior record this time for Italy. Good day for them also, and Kloot has moved up from 9th to 6th place.
In second place, and Marcus Roth from Norway in third.
And as you can understand, Ruth's race.
But what a sensational performance across 10 events for Simon Ihama. 10.70 in the 100 metres, 7.68 long jump, 40 metres 8 shot put, 1.97 in the high jump. And he finished off the first day 48.22 in the 400 metres. Started again a new championship best at the European Under-20s in the decathlon by 0.3 of a second in the sprint hurdles. That was 13.57. That blip we mentioned in the discus didn't matter in the end. 4.70 in the pole vault, 49.45 in the javelin, and 5 minutes and 4 in the 1500 metres. An exhausted Simon Ihama, but sensational stuff from him. Switzerland had no champions at the European Under-20s until 2013, but they've won gold from each of the last 3 editions coming in, and Ihama adds to that in 2019.
Yes, Ihama, well, 8,000 points certainly beckons if he can just improve his discus. If he'd have been in touch of 8,000 points, I think we'd probably seen a slightly more committed run, no doubt, going through the pain barrier in the 1500 metres. But Simon Ihama, talking about the pain barrier, he negotiates the big steel barriers here and takes the congratulations of his teammates. I think we can see there as well, not quite at the front, but just in the background, Elias Glabas, who took the silver medal earlier on this evening.
So the final point standings confirmed: 151 back to Leon Mack and Marcus Roth, coming through 22-second PB for that bronze medal for Norway. A fantastic day for Norwegian athletics indeed. A European senior record for Karsten Warholm and a European under-20 record for Jakob Ingebrigtsen in London. But the headline here in Borås for them: Lillefoss, the pole vault gold, and Roth.
I thought you'd forgotten him.
Coming through for the bronze right at the end.